I spent the first 30 years of my life chasing success like it was a finish line. Get the degree. Land the prestigious job. Make 6 figures. Buy the house. Post the wins on social media. I believed that success was a destination, and once I arrived, everything would finally feel right. I was completely wrong. Let me be clear about something up front. I achieved most of what I thought I wanted. I got the promotions. I made the money. From the outside, I looked successful. But inside, I felt hollow. Empty. Like I was playing a character in someone else's story. And the worst part? I couldn't understand why. I had done everything right. I had followed the blueprint. So why did success feel like such a lie? The answer came during what should have been my proudest moment. I had just closed the biggest deal of my career. My boss was praising me in front of the entire company. Everyone was congratulating me. And all I could think was, is this it? Is this really all there is? I went home that night, sat in my expensive apartment, and realized I had spent 3 decades climbing a ladder that was leaning against the wrong wall. That realization broke something in me. Or maybe it finally fixed something. Either way, everything I believed about success started to unravel. I had always thought success meant winning. Being the best. Beating the competition. Proving myself. But here's what nobody tells you about that version of success. It's exhausting. It's a game you can never actually win because there's always someone better, richer, more accomplished. The finish line keeps moving. You reach one goal, feel satisfied for maybe a day, and then immediately start chasing the next one. It's not success. It's a treadmill dressed up as a trophy. The first lie I believed was that success is about achievement. We're taught from childhood that if we just accomplish enough, we'll finally be worthy. Get good grades and you'll be successful. Get into a good college and you'll be successful. Get a good job and you'll be successful. It's always conditional. Always future tense. Always dependent on the next thing. But achievement is just checking boxes. And I had checked every box on the list and still felt like a failure. Because the truth is, success isn't something you achieve. It's something you become. And becoming takes a completely different approach than achieving. The second lie I believed was that success meant being extraordinary. I thought I had to be exceptional, remarkable, better than everyone else. This belief drove me to work 80-hour weeks. It drove me to say yes to everything. It drove me to sacrifice my health, my relationships, and my peace of mind. All for what? To prove I was special? Here's the uncomfortable truth I learned. Success doesn't require you to be extraordinary. It requires you to be consistent. The people I admired most weren't doing spectacular things. They were doing ordinary things spectacularly well, over and over again. They showed up. They did the work. They didn't need the spotlight or the validation. They just kept going. I had spent years trying to hit home runs when success was actually built on singles. Consistent, unglamorous, daily singles. The third lie, and maybe the biggest one, was that success is about more. More money. More recognition. More achievements. More stuff. I was always chasing more, believing that if I just had a little bit more, I'd finally feel successful. But more is a moving target. It's designed to keep you dissatisfied. It's the reason why people who make $100,000 think they need $200,000, and people who make $200,000 think they need $500,000. The real shift happened when I stopped asking, how do I get more? And started asking, what is enough? That single question changed my entire relationship with success. Because once you define enough, you can stop chasing. You can stop proving. You can actually live. I started saying no to opportunities that looked impressive but felt wrong. I stopped taking meetings just to network. I quit checking my phone every 5 minutes to see if someone had validated my latest post. I began measuring my days not by what I accomplished, but by whether I felt aligned with who I actually wanted to be. People thought I was having a breakdown. My colleagues asked if I was okay. My family worried I was throwing away my career. But for the first time in my life, I wasn't confused. I was clear. I had been pursuing someone else's definition of success and calling it my own. The fourth lie was that success is individual. We celebrate self-made millionaires and lone wolves who beat the odds. But that entire narrative is fiction. Nobody succeeds alone. Every achievement I had ever claimed as mine was built on someone else's support, mentorship, luck, or privilege. My success wasn't mine, it was ours. And when I finally admitted that, it became so much lighter to carry. I started investing in relationships instead of just transactions. I stopped viewing people as stepping stones or competition. I asked for help. I offered help without expecting anything in return. And something remarkable happened. My life got richer. Not financially. Actually, I made less money. But I felt wealthier. Connected. Part of something bigger than my own ambition. The fifth lie was that success meant having it all figured out. I thought successful people were certain, confident, unwavering. So I pretended to be those things even when I felt lost. I gave advice I didn't believe. I projected competence I didn't feel. I wore a mask of success and hoped nobody would see through it. But the most successful people I've encountered since then? They're honest about their confusion. They admit what they don't know. They're comfortable with uncertainty. They've made peace with the fact that life is messy and success doesn't mean having all the answers. It means being willing to figure it out as you go. When I stopped pretending to have it together, people trusted me more. When I admitted I was struggling, others felt safe admitting their struggles too. Vulnerability wasn't weakness. It was the foundation of real connection. And real connection is what makes life feel successful. The sixth and final lie was the most painful to confront. I believed success would make me happy. This is the ultimate trap. The idea that if you just achieve enough, accumulate enough, accomplish enough, you'll finally feel fulfilled. But happiness doesn't work like that. It's not a prize you win. It's not waiting for you at the end of some achievement journey. Happiness is a practice. It's a choice you make in ordinary moments. It's appreciating what you have while you have it. It's finding joy in the process, not the outcome. And once I understood that, everything changed. I stopped postponing my life until I reached some imaginary milestone. I started living now. So what do I believe about success now? After getting it wrong for 3 decades? Here's what I know to be true. Success is alignment. It's living in a way that feels true to who you are, not who you think you should be. It's making decisions based on your values, not other people's expectations. It's having the courage to disappoint people by being yourself instead of impressing them by being someone else. Success is sustainability. It's building a life you don't need to escape from. It's creating rhythms and routines that energize you instead of deplete you. It's knowing when to push and when to rest. It's playing the long game instead of burning out in the short one. Success is contribution. It's making things better for other people. It's using whatever gifts, resources, or privileges you have to lift others up. It's recognizing that the most meaningful achievements aren't the ones that make you look good, they're the ones that make a difference. Success is presence. It's being fully here right now, instead of always thinking about the next thing. It's savoring the meal instead of scrolling through your phone. It's listening to your kid's story instead of checking your email. It's realizing that life is happening right now, and if you're always focused on the future, you miss it. Success is evolution. It's allowing yourself to change, to grow, to want different things than you wanted 5 years ago. It's not staying committed to goals that no longer serve you just because you once declared them. It's having the humility to say, I was wrong, and the courage to choose differently. I know this might sound soft to people still chasing the old definition of success. They'll say I'm justifying failure or lowering my standards. But I'm not. I'm raising them. I'm just measuring different things now. I look back at the person I was, grinding away at a definition of success that was making me miserable, and I feel compassion for him. He was doing his best with what he knew. He genuinely believed that achievement, recognition, and accumulation would fill the void. He was wrong, but he was trying. The irony is that once I stopped chasing success the old way, I became more successful by the old metrics too. My work improved because I wasn't doing it for validation. My relationships deepened because I was actually present. My decisions got better because they were aligned with my values instead of my ego. But more importantly, I started feeling successful. Not because of what I had or what I had done, but because of who I was becoming. And that's the version of success nobody can take away from you. It's not dependent on markets or opinions or circumstances. It's yours. If you're reading this and you feel like you're doing everything right but something still feels off, I want you to know, you're not broken. The blueprint is broken. The definition is broken. And you have permission to write a new one. You don't have to wait until you've achieved enough to start living. You don't have to be extraordinary to be worthy. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to keep climbing a ladder that's making you miserable just because everyone says it's the right ladder. You can choose differently. Right now. Today. I was wrong about everything I thought about success. And admitting that was the most successful thing I ever did.